agree. I think with 2020, yeah, one similar to you, a really really big blessing, and I'm very fortunate to have this. Is that it really did require me to slow down, like slow everything down, slow down. How my mind is racing, how I want growth, growth, growth. I want success, success, success. That sounds weird. Success. No, yeah, because I will say, like, although, yeah, in general, like worldwide, 2020, very like terrible year. I get it, completely understand. But yo, in terms of my career, my G, that shit was popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like really going up because my mindset was, all right, boom, I got to make this content. All right, I got to get these followers. All right, I got to make an engaging community, and like that's my only focus. But then there was a point where even recently, I realized I was like, you know what? Because I've been so much out there, instead of still trying to reach out for more, let's hone in on what you do have, right? Which is family, which is love, which is, the friendships that I have. And from there, that can not only solidify my own core grounding, but when I put out more stuff, it's more like I told you, it tastes like a 5-star meal instead of just here you go. You know what I'm saying? I guess another blessing that I had this year, um, as weird as it's not COVID. I got COVID. But not because I got COVID, but because COVID during that time of being inside, it required me to look at my values and required me to see like the things I really want to change about myself and who I want to associate myself with. And then from there, it was just like, yeah, I feel like honestly, like the most connected I've had in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I feel very just like present with where I'm at. I don't feel rushed. I don't feel like, oh, you got to do this. It's like, I'm going to do what I can today. That's it though. I'm not going to exert my energy out to the point I'm stressed about it.
Let me ask you this: like,
Hmm.
you're saying you had a very successful 2020. I know
Yes.
I surely did.
Yeah.
You know, where do you think the disconnect is? Why do you think so many people, when they looked back at 2020, they were like, "Oh, I can't wait for it to be over." 2021,
No.
new year, new me. Where is the disconnect? Why do you think that you had such a successful year where so many people struggled?
Well, I mean, there's the physical reality. You know what I'm saying? Like COVID happened, millions and millions of people lost their jobs, right? So a lot of times it's hard to feel hopeful and hard to feel connected with yourself when everything outside of yourself is fucking destroying.
How did because you had to live through COVID. You
Yeah,
got COVID.
I got COVID.
Like,
Yeah.
how did you get that hope? Because the situation isn't different for you. You still live
yeah.
in the world too that has
Yeah.
COVID.
I guess it kind of goes back into like your state of mind and how not I wouldn't say how strong you are, because I think a lot of times people put emphasis on you have to have like the craziest mental strength, whatever. It's like no, you just have to have a deeper connection with yourself. It's like when you sit with yourself and let's say for instance a friend goes to another room and you check your phone, that's because subconsciously you're afraid to sit alone with yourself.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think this year required people to sit alone with themselves. And for them, it was like their first awakening to who they really are, which is scary. And it's very, very dark. It's not, spirituality isn't rainbows and butterflies. Nigga, you're alone dealing with your trauma constantly, right? So it's easy. It's like, and the thing is, I don't want to act like, oh, I'm better than you, whatever. No, like, because I was there too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really like down deep in the dirt of like my trauma and things I'm dealing with. But I guess for me, the thing I changed was similar to what we talked. It's so crazy how in this podcast the things we say about earlier come back again. I don't relish too much into that darkness, right? It's crazy. I know we're saying it, but I use it as like I'll let myself feel it for a couple of days. I'll feel it. You know what I'm saying? Really, really feel it. But then from there, I'm like, all right, now it's time to make an action plan of where I want to go or where I want to be mentally and how can I change myself. It doesn't happen overnight though. I'm gonna make the same mistakes over and over, like thousands of times. But I understand and I empathize with myself, like, yo, I'm human. I'm not gonna be perfect, but the fact that I'm trying, that's what matters. So I guess for me, the reason why I was so successful is that like I saw I really, really like felt and saw the blessings around me. Like, yo, I have a healthy mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? Like I get to talk to them. I have siblings who care about me. I have an audience that really, really rocks with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I not feel fortunate? Even though, yeah, I still have stuff I'm dealing with and I can deal with those things, but I would rather see the positives in my life rather than always submitting to darkness.
Mm. No, I feel you. And that, like you said, that was kind of how I was approaching it earlier, where it's like, it's not like, of course, I remember, yeah, I remember difficult times in my life. Like everyone does, right? But it's just, it's difficult for me to find difficult points because of how I try to frame my thinking. I always try to look back at things that happen. The worst things that happen in my life, I always try to make them blessings. You know, like, and that's why I was saying, like, it's hard to talk about, oh, it's difficult, because the reason I can make something that was previously a challenge or a difficulty into a blessing is because I realized how that challenge has led to where I am now. And I always look at myself today as 50 times better than I was yesterday.
Oh, yeah, same.
Like let alone last year or whatever. Like I always look at, I'm a better man today. I'm in a better position today than I just was yesterday. And going back to last episode, a part of our affirmations, my intention is to be a slightly better man today than I was yesterday. My intention is to do more right than wrong. If I set those intentions every day, however minuscule, I'm becoming better. I'm getting put in a better position. And if that is true, then that means everything that I did before has led me up to this point purposefully. You know, and I can, and if that's true, then I have to make amends with everything that's happened too.
That's true.